Hello together. I'm Aaron, and you are at the right place. Because today we are going to take the scariest quiz. Will we be able to make it through it? Will you be able to make it through it? Let's find out. Okay, fear is a crazy thing. Something that scares one person might not scare another person. And someone's biggest fear might sound really silly to someone else who isn't scared of the same thing as they are. There are some phobias that are common to a lot of people, like spiders, heights or dentists, while other people are scared of much more obscure things. But everyone is scared of something, right? No one is completely immune to being afraid of at least something every now and then. Or are they? No matter how fearless you really are, there's probably something out there that gets under your skin and really gives you the creeps. Maybe it's something totally normal like snakes, or maybe you're scared of dolls or mirrors. Whatever it is, there's bound to be something. Do you think you're fearless? Let's find out. This quiz will totally get under your skin and find the things that terrify you. Only people who are really unafraid of everything can make it all the way to the end without getting creeped out. Take it and find out how brave you actually are. But be careful, you might have some pretty scary nightmares after this. I'm ready for it. Let's take the quiz. Is this forest scary? Well, in the technicality, speaking from the forest itself, no. There is like an arm right there. I think this is one of the Slenderman pictures. And I don't know what the heck is going on there. But overall, yeah, looks cool. And not at all, nope, looks cool. A little bit, but it's just a picture, so it's not too bad. Yes, what's behind those trees? Nature can be a magical place. Going for a walk can be a lot of fun, and it's a good way to keep yourself healthy and active. Unless, of course, you're walking around somewhere that looks like the forest in this picture. This is definitely not a place that anyone would want to be going for an adventure. Is it? Nope, it looks cool. There's someone back there, I see them, so I'm totally fine with that. I can handle them, I see them. This long hallway is scary, right? There's Slendy! Hi Slendy, how you doing? Haven't seen you in years! I should play a Slenderman game. Anywho's, nope, this is just a creepy a picture someone tried to make look creepy. Hey, Slendy is cool. Give him a little bit more kudos than just make it look creepy. Not at all, it looks like it would be fun to run up and down it, though. Don't know if I would run up and down that hallway, but it looks cool. A little bit, maybe not if it was daytime, but it would really be scary at night. Yes, what is that thing at the end? Yikes, that's Slendy! Good old Slendy! It's not... Okay, for all the rocking chairs there, someone tried to make that look creepy. Also, Slendy back there. Hi! Long dark hallways can be pretty scary. You never know what's going to be hidden around the corner at the end of it, or what you might bump into while you walk through it. There's something about this long pathway, with all the chairs and the mysterious figure standing at the end that really creeps you out, right? Nah, Slendy is cool. If I were to die by a supernatural being, I'd prefer it be Slenderman, because I don't know. I just like Slenderman, I like the idea behind him. Does this picture make you feel uneasy? Yes, a tiny bit. Not because of the deer well, actually because of the deer, but mostly because there's a little child right next to that freaking antler there. So yes, what on earth is going on here? I'm not too scared about that. Not at all, this picture just looks... it's just silly looking. It's not silly looking, it's a little bit concerning because I'm afraid of what might happen to the kid there, but after... Overall, not really, this picture just looks strange, not scary. Strange is a good way there. It makes me feel a little bit weird, but it's not that scary. Yeah, it's strange, but not scary. That's a good thing to say there. Strange, but not scary. There's something about night vision in pictures that manages to make them scarier than a regular picture. It's the same thing as in found footage movies when they get to a nighttime scene and the person filming flips the night vision on. Does this mysterious nighttime photo make you feel uneasy or scared? Or do you just not care about the backstory? I care about the backstory, but that doesn't mean that I need to be scared about it, let's be totally frank. Does going to the dentist scare you? Nope. Scared of the dentist? That's hilarious fear. I don't get scared of those visits at all. I get kind of nervous before my appointment, but it's not so bad once I get there. Yes! Keep me out of the chair and those tools away from my mouth. I have some sort of not phobia. It's not strong enough to be a phobia. I just don't really like going to the dentist. I hate the sounds there. But once I'm there, I don't really care about it anymore. I'm there. Once I'm in the chair, I feel a lot better. Even though it's still horrible because it's not a pleasant feeling if something gets shoved into your face. But once I'm in the chair, I feel better than when I'm out in the waiting room and I hear all those noises because I hate the noises. It also doesn't help that once you're in a dentist waiting room and there's like kids screaming for what reason. That does not help. Taking care of your teeth is important. Unlike other bones in the human body, your teeth don't just heal themselves if they get cracked or broken, which makes them super stupid. That's why people have to go to the dentist to get them worked on and checked out to make sure they're in good health. But for some people, going to the dentist is scarier than any horror movie. Does it scare you? No, I just don't like it. I'm not scared of it. But still, teeth are stupid things. They have nerves. They don't heal themselves like other. They are stupid. Of everything in our body that makes sense, why did we get those stupid things? Do mirrors scare you? Nope, people who are scared of them are silly and superstitious. No way, I love making funny faces in them. That's a weirdly specific thing. They can be creepy at night, but other than that, I'm not really bothered by them. Yes, I'm always scared something will be standing behind me or something equally terrifying. No, I'm actually more so frustrated that mirrors are used for cheap jump scares as much as they are. So, nope, I'm not really scared of them. And I don't think that people who are scared of them are silly or superstitious. I just don't care about that, so... No, nope, not scared of them. Is it more that? I also don't make... Not of both of them, but I'm not scared of them. For centuries, mirrors have been the source of a lot of scary superstitions and urban legends. From stories about looking into the mirror on Halloween to see a true love to saying Bloody Mary over and over in the dark room until a ghost emerged from a mirror. There are a lot of urban legends about them. Do they scare you, like they do some people? I actually like the thing with Bloody Mary, and I would love to make some sort of video about that, but if you don't know, the illusion that takes place when you actually play Bloody Mary, like with the lighting and everything that takes place, is not really something that you can capture, because it's something for yourself that you only will perceive that way. So it would be fun to actually make something with that, but at the same time it's kind of difficult to do something interesting with that. Does this window give you the creeps? There's fingies! Oh, look at the fingies. All the other pictures I did not really have to look at. But this one, look at the fingies. And whatever that is, I'm pretty sure that's just some like bush or tree or something like leaning right there. But those are fingies, that's cool. Nope, no way. It would be hilarious to scare someone by hiding outside of it though. Pretty sure that's what this person is doing right there. Obviously, what's out there, I don't think I even want to know. A little bit, but it's not bad. See, just from looking at it like this, I'm not scared. This does not freak me out. However, like seeing that in real life, that would be concerning. So maybe a little bit, but it's not too bad. I would be seeing that and then I would try to rationalize what it is and act accordingly. Windows can be really weird sometimes. Usually, they're just a regular part of a house. They let in sunlight and fresh air, and there's nothing menacing about them. But if it gets dark out, or you think you saw a shadow walk past it late at night, they can be really creepy. Does this window scare you? Nope. How do you feel about small spaces? Oh, I hate it. This right there? Nope. No. They're no big deal. Going cool places involves being uncomfortable sometimes. That's something I understand completely. However, as long as I'm not in one, I don't care. Yeah, they don't bother me at all. That's not true. I hate them. Just looking at this picture makes me nervous. Nah, actually, looking at this picture doesn't make me nervous at all, because that person in there looks comfortable, like the person looks like they're knowing what they're doing, so I'm not nervous about that. Whatever. As long as I'm not in one, I don't care is probably the most accurate right here. It depends, because if I see a small and tight place myself, if I know that I could fit in there and don't get stuck like stupidly somehow, I'd be fine with that. But I don't know, that looks like something I would not dare crawl through. That's something I would like hard pass. Small spaces are the worst, right? If you've ever been in a small place, like a small closet or something similar, and felt a little claustrophobic, you'll totally agree. It can be pretty scary to be somewhere so small and start to think about the possibilities of getting stuck there or something, right? Does this picture of a person in a tiny space make you anxious? Again, no, doesn't. Would you play with a Ouija board? Yes! If I would find a really cool looking Ouija, I want one that looks like haunted. I actually kind of want to make one myself out of like some really cool looking wood and burn in all the lettering and whatnot. So I want to make one that looks like haunted. I want to make one myself because that would be cool. So totally would be so fun to prank a ghost with one. Specifically prank a ghost? Yeah, sure, why not? No, but I'm not scared of them. I just don't believe they work. That's something completely different. They just ask you if you want to play with them. It doesn't have to work for that. You just have to say yes or no to playing with them. Doesn't mean you have to believe that they work. No, I'm not interested in messing with ghosts. Actually, in that case, I would say totally. It would be fun to play a prank on the ghost. Or someone else just. Because if you're the person that is in there and trying to play a narrative of that, that would be fun. Or if they really work, wow, that would be fun. Ouija boards, if you believe that they work, can be pretty scary. The idea of being able to contact the spirit world and have them be able to talk back to you by moving a planchette around the board is pretty creepy to think about. So, would you ever play with a Ouija board? Or would you be too scared to touch one? Bring it on. Do crowded elevators bother you? I don't even know that that's a thing. I mean, let's say at this point in time, kind of, yeah. So, sorry, had to cut there. There was a lot of bumping going on and I didn't want to have that on the camera. Anyway, at this point in time, probably not the most comfortable place to be in and probably also not the most smartest place to be in. But other than that, I don't care. Does it not kind of go with the last one, like claustrophobia, like crowded place, just being like squished in together? Nope, I just deal with it until I get to my destination. Yes, but elevators don't bother me if I'm on them alone or with only a couple of people. Then by definition, this one bothers you. Yikes. Yes, I'm scared of elevators no matter how many people are in it. So, I don't know what I wanted to say, but all the background noise is frustrating. Anyway, I think I wanted to say it's just the same as the claustrophobia that we had before with the small spaces, just with other people, which can be really frustrating in that case. Nope, the more the merrier. Don't really care that, but nope. Elevators can be pretty scary to some people, no matter who is in them. The idea that they might get stuck or somehow malfunction is really terrifying to think about. Other people don't really worry about that. Maybe being crammed into it with a whole bunch of other people bothers them instead. Do crowded elevators bother you? Not really. Crowded places don't generally bother me. There's just a discomfort with it. But I'm not bothered by them. It's just not really comfortable to be cramped together like that. I like to have wingspan and freedom for my arms. Would you go into this room or run away? So there's a thing. If you see a ghost like that dancing around playing with a ball, a stupid thing in general is to go in there. That will get you killed. I prefaced that at the very beginning here. If I get killed by something supernatural, it should be Slandy, not just some random girl. So I would just close the door and say, thanks. I have better things to do. And would go. I would leave, but I wouldn't run. I don't want to draw attention to myself. Kind of that, yeah. I'd go in. This looks like a fun prank someone is trying to pull on me to scare me, but it's not going to work. I mean, in general, yeah. Run! I would go in. That isn't even that scary. It's not really scary, but I would leave because... why would I even chance it? Just, cool. Close? Goodbye, I don't have to deal with that. This room pretty much combines every scary thing it can possibly cram into one picture. Creepy ghost girl? Big check mark for that one. Dark abandoned looking room? Check. Some spooky toys scattered around in the room? Check, of course. It would be hard not to want to run away screaming from this room. Would you run away or venture on in through the door? Again, I wouldn't see... unless I have to go through there, there's no reason for me to go in there. Does the scary clown creep you out? That's a nice Pennywise costume, but no, I'm actually not afraid of clowns. I just don't like them. I don't think clowns are funny, but I'm not scared of them. Nope, scary clowns are totally overdone. Not at all, clowns are hilarious, including this one. Again, I don't think clowns are that funny. Yes, look at its creepy face. I don't care, it's a creepy clown then. Ooh, spooky. This one doesn't, but other clowns scare me a little bit. Nope, they don't. Scary clowns? Not at all. Let's go with... I don't think they're overdone, but I also don't think they're hilarious. Because I think creepy clowns can be funny at times. It's not easy being a clown, thanks to people like John Wayne Gacy and movies like Stephen King's It. Clowns have gotten a seriously scary reputation in recent years. Not everyone is scared of the funny characters, but a lot of people are. Does the scary looking one give you the creeps? Nope. How do you feel about this friendly clown? I still don't like you and... no, you look dumb. I mean, you're a clown, so I think that's part of the course. You kind of should look dumb if you're a clown, because that's your job. Looking dumb, making stupid faces, make people laugh. Clowns don't scare me at all. This one doesn't scare me, but the scary clown sure did. No, this clown just looks silly, not scary at all. Yikes, nope, this clown is terrifying. It's not, it's a clown. He's trying his best. He tries to make people laugh, he looks entertaining. Clowns are not for me. I'm not scared by them, they're just not funny to me. Although there are a lot of scary clowns out there, especially in movies and TV shows, most real-life clowns are friendly and fun. The ones that try to be scary definitely succeed in trying to creep people out. But a normal birthday clown like this one, who isn't trying to be scary, couldn't scare anyone. Could they? Would you be scared to walk down these basement steps? I mean, they don't look like they're gonna break down or anything, and the basement itself also doesn't look bad. It's actually well lit. Why would I be scared? No way, this would be a hilarious place to prank someone. Why do I want to prank someone? I'm not a pranker, I don't prank. Nope, this just looks dirty, not scary. It also doesn't look... well, okay, yeah, kind of looks dirty, but it also looks like it's just in building mode, so I don't care about that. Yes, look how creepy and dark this looks. It's not dark at all. This is dark. I don't know what I just did. Maybe I just placed a black screen in front of everything. I wouldn't want to at night, but otherwise not scary. Nope, this... let's go with dirty but not scary. It's just... at dark, that would be really cool. These stairs look really creepy, right? This entire basement just looks like something straight out of a horror movie. It looks so dirty and old, and like those stairs might have something hiding under them, ready to grab you. Or maybe you're really brave and would have no problem with walking down into the scary basement. I don't! Bring it on, basement! Would you hang out in this house? It looks funky. I don't know if it will fall apart or if it's designed that way, but it looks funky. Maybe? I would at least wanna... If I can go in there, I would wanna check it out. It looks kind of cool. Sure, it's just a house. It might also be a case for people to take care of because it's going to fall apart, but yeah. Yeah, it would be fun to explore it. That's 100%. Probably not, but it doesn't look scary. It just looks dangerous. Yep, it looks dangerous, but it would also be fun to go in there. Nope, it's too creepy looking for me. No, that's a house. I would love to go in there. Maybe get scared by ambience and whatnot, but it looks cool. This abandoned house looks pretty scary, right? It seriously looks like a house straight out of some kind of a horror movie. Just imagine the ghosts that would be in a house like this if they were in a movie. Yikes. Does this house look scary to you? Or would you gladly go hang out in here? Again, if there wouldn't be any problems with going in there, I'm cool. How do you feel about the Slender Man? Hey there, Slendy, haven't seen you in a bit. You were at the very tippy top of the whole thing and now you're here again, in your own question. Terrified. He's probably the least scary urban legend ever. No, I think actually Slender Man is its own, not in part of the games that came out. Actually has something really terrifying to him. So, I like Slendy. Those stories don't scare me at all. They're so bad, they're funny. A few of them are bad, I agree with that. The stories about him don't really scare me, but he would probably creep me out if he was real. If he would be real, I already would be dead, because I would watch recordings from him. And I think you have like a certain amount of time until he starts to hunt you down once you've seen him on recording. I think somehow like that it was. But the stories don't scare me at all. Some of them are funny because they're badly written, but overall I like him. He's just a cool character. Even if you're not familiar with scary stories and urban legends, you've probably heard of the Slender Man. He's appeared in the news, in movies, in video games, and in scary stories all over the internet. The Slender Man is a tall creature with long limbs that is usually seen wearing a black suit and has no face. The stories also claim that he has long tentacles that emerge from his back to hypnotize and pull in his victims. Again, just the description of him sounds really cool. I like Slender Man. Again, some stories are still funny as hell. But Slendy, cool one. Is this little spider cute or creepy? Oh, that's a cutie. Adorable, look how small it is. I don't know how small it is, I don't really have any perspective on that, but I think it's on a hand, so it's really small and cute, I think. Yuck, spiders are scary no matter what size they are. Not at all, it looks so funny and small. This one isn't bad, but other spiders scare me. I'm not bothered by spiders. This one looks cute, I love it. A lot of people are scared of spiders, which totally makes sense. They can be pretty scary and some of them are really dangerous to be bit by, so there's a good reason to be scared of them. Meanwhile, other people love insects of all kinds, including spiders, and don't think they're scary at all. What do you think of this miniature arachnid? I love spiders, I love all kinds of insects, I think they look cool. And I think one thing that scares people about spiders is the way they move. Like 8 legs, the way they sprawl about, and those eyes that you don't really see on a normal spider. But you sometimes can see the fangs on spiders, on the common house spider. Some of them get big enough so that you can see the fangs. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the movement with the 8 legs that makes a lot of people freak out. Does this big spider scare you? Isn't that a banana spider? Correct me on that, but I think that's a banana spider, and does it scare me? No. Would I be unnerved when I pick out bananas and going to look at them and then suddenly there's a huge freaking spider on them? Yes. But after that I wouldn't care anymore. But yeah, banana spiders are fine. I don't think they're even poisonous or anything. They're just humongous. And therefore kind of cuddly. Nope. Yes, keep that thing away from me. Not at all. Look at its big goofy looking legs. I don't think the legs look goofy. The legs have something... Don't know. In that case I wanna say ugly because they look so long and hairy. It's... Bleh. Don't know. That looks kind of disgusting to me. But that's it. This picture of it doesn't scare me, but if I really saw it, I'd be terrified. Nope, I'm not scared of it. It looks cool. Banana spiders are humongous. Maybe that little spider scared you, maybe it didn't. Either way, it's hard to deny that this spider with its big long legs is pretty terrifying, right? Even if it doesn't scare you in this picture. Just imagine it being in your room or something and creeping around. Walking on your stuff or crawling on your arms has got to scare you, doesn't it? Again, as far as I know, those huge spiders, not poisonous. Crawling on my stuff or anything, wouldn't mind that. Also being in my room, I don't really care. It wouldn't come near me because I'm the bigger predator here, so why would it come close to me? Crawling on my arm would probably imply that the thing is docile and belongs to me, and that would be cool. Are you afraid of aliens? Nope. Done. Easy. I'm not even sure I think they exist. That's not the thing that I'm bothered with, but aliens are not really something to be scared of, because always when aliens are shown in movies, they are either here peacefully or here to destroy us. Two options. One is not scary, the other one is made just to be scary and terrifying. I don't care about either. If there would be intelligent life that is more intelligent than us and already has space travel, either they would have already contacted us or would have started avoiding us already, if they even found us. So, I don't care. Totally frank, I don't care. Not at all, they look hilarious, not scary, depending on the alien. Some of them might look like freaking dinosaurs, because those would also be aliens if they are on a different planet. They wouldn't look funny then. And probably more scary, because a freaking dinosaur that could eat you would be kind of scary. Well, maybe a little bit, but not really. Yes, how could they not? Look at them. Nope. It's not the thing that I'm doubting that they exist. The universe is huge and vast. Somewhere out there, some other intelligent life, well, maybe not that intelligent, but like animal intelligence, has to also exist. So, I don't care. Whether or not aliens exist, no one actually knows. But not knowing doesn't stop people from wondering about it and making countless movies and TV shows that talk about the possibility that we aren't alone in the universe. Does the idea of aliens being real scare you? Or are you not worried about creatures from another planet? Again, there might be creatures from another planet. I personally think it's pretty egotistical from us to think that we are the only ones that evolved in this huge thing of chaos that is the universe. Pretty sure there's other civilizations that evolved that might be further than we are, at the same point, nowhere near us, or something completely different. Who knows? How do you feel about these dolls? The one in the middle there that doesn't have eyes is the creepiest one. Also overall don't really like dolls. They're not scary, no matter how hard movies try to make them seem creepy. Some movies actually make them seem really goofy, I wanna say as well. They're terrifying, keep me away from those scary little toys. Not terrifying, just don't like them. They look hilarious, ridiculous. Hilariously ridiculous. They're not scary at all. A few of them are a little creepy, but for the most part, they don't bother me. Yep. My girlfriend, me actually, had a doll. She borrowed it for show and tell in her school. And that's a long ways back now. That wasn't recent. That was a doll of a baby that was built to be like a real baby with weight and the way it looks. That was terrifying. It did not look surreal or anything, that was just uncanny valley pushed to 1,000. That thing looked real, it felt real, I did not like it. Does not really classify as a playing doll, but still a doll. So that one, do not like. Those can be pretty scary, right? Between movies like Annabelle, Child's Play and Dead Silence, those have gotten a pretty bad reputation, though they may be mostly known for being toys for children to play with. Horror movies have given them a much more sinister reputation and has made a ton of people terrified of them. Are you? Not really, I don't feel the need to be around one. I also had a doll when I was younger. Does this snake scare you? I'm looking at the markings. I think overall I should be cautious around it because I don't think that's a poisonous one. I might eat my own words. I'm not really sure if that one is a poisonous one right now. I would just stay away, just be safe. But overall, no, I love snakes. Nope, they're just animals. I'm not scared of them. True, you should respect animals though, because they can destroy your life if you're not careful. Yes, how could I not? Meh, not really. Maybe if I really saw one instead of just a picture, I'd be more scared. Not really, saw real snakes. Also had one around my neck. I love them. No way, it looks so cute and funny with its mouth open like that. It's not cute and funny, but it's just an animal. I'm not scared. I think they look cool. Also, slit up. Yikes, look at this snake. When it comes to animals, snakes may have the least number of legs, but they're definitely the scariest, right? Or maybe you think the fact that they just wiggle around is kind of cute or maybe even amusing, and think that it's not fair that so many people are scared of them. People can think what they want. I don't have to convince people that snakes are cool, cute, snuggly, whatever. If you don't think snakes are cool, I don't mind that. You don't have to see the same thing in an animal, a creature that I see in it. Just as long as we can agree, if you see a wild snake, you don't get near it because you don't know if it's a poisonous one, and would be stupid because they are fast. Good? That I think we can all agree on. Are you afraid of lightning and thunder? You mean the balls from Dan Evident? Yes, sure am. Oh, you mean the normal weather phenomenon? No, not really. I love it. It's so cool. No way, storms like that are the best time to play games or something. I actually love storms, just looking out, seeing all the flashes of lightning striking and just the whole sky lighting up in different angles and whatnot. It looks so cool. Seeing something like this would be so cool for me. I get a little bit scared, but not really, no. Yes, I hate lightning and thunderstorms. I love them. Nope, not scared at all. Big storms with loud thunder and bright lightning can be really scary, especially if you're just trying to relax while it's raining and storming outside, and then BAM! Thunder hits again when you weren't expecting it. Other people are scared the entire time that it's storming outside. What about you? Do thunder and lightning terrify you? Bring it on, storm! I love it. How do you feel about the ocean? I could do without being in it, but I love the ocean in itself. I don't like being out in the open, if you say it like that. Swimming in the ocean, no problem. Biggest problem that I had with swimming in the ocean is that I smacked a jellyfish on his bulbous head. I didn't get a sting, but I just smacked one and was like, what the hell? What is going on there? And looked, and then there it was, just drifting on its own. That was terrifying, because I didn't want to get stung by jellyfish. But other than that, I just don't like that I don't see what's below me. I love to swim, the ocean's really cool. Can agree with that. I prefer to stay on land, but I'm not really scared of the ocean. I'm a swimmer myself. I'm also not terrified of being in the ocean. I also got a sea urchin that hit me in my what is it? The palm of my foot. Not the palm is dead. What is the heel of my foot? There we go. That was unpleasant. Some of the fish in it look so weird that it's funny. Why is everything funny? It's either scary or funny here, I don't get it. Terrified, I don't like the idea of being in that big open space with all those fish. I love to swim, the ocean is really cool. Again, if I go too far out, I might get really uncomfortable, but overall, ocean's cool. The ocean is big and mysterious, and that can scare a lot of people. Although scientists know a lot about what lives under the surface, there's still a lot that science simply doesn't know about the depth of the ocean. Considering how much of the planet is made up of water, this can be pretty crazy to think about. Does the ocean scare you? Yeah. And you phrase it like that, kind of, yeah, but not really. Would you stay in this bedroom? This looks actually like a bedroom specifically made for like a haunted sleepover place. And I thought for myself that I would love to do something like this. Like, you go into a hotel or something and you book a room, and in there you know that at one point random things just will start happening. You have like a horror movie experience in this hotel. I always thought something like that would be really cool. This looks like that. I would be down for that. Sure, it looks relaxing, not relaxing. Terrifying, tensing. So really cool actually. Maybe that clown's creepy costume is hilarious and it looks like fun. Looks like fun is the thing. The clown doesn't look... Why is everything hilarious here? Maybe for a few minutes, but that's it. Nope, no thank you to everything going on there. It's not relaxing, but it looks like fun. This bedroom set looks like it's straight out of the scariest horror movie ever. But it's from the haunted house near Chicago. Between the eerie lighting, that big shadow and the clown, it's hard not to be creeped out by this photo. If this bedroom were more than just a haunted house set, would you sleep in it? See, there is the thing. If it's not a set, I wouldn't step a foot in there. Reasoning? Well, okay, there's the reasonings for that. If you were invited to sleep somewhere, this is your bedroom, you go in there, you relax, and then in the middle of the night you wake up and this is everything going on. That'd be terrifying, no doubt about that. Other scenario. You meet up with a person, you might know them already, might be a friend, or you just met them. You go in there and that's the bedroom that they have. I'd be so hyped, because that'd be cool. And again, haunted house set or anything like this, I don't care, that's so cool. Are you scared of heights? Yes, but in a real weird sense. Plane does not bother me. But higher up on the railing where you can look over and potentially fall down, it's freaking terrified. I'm also terrified for other people being near such places, so I have the fright for someone else falling down there. So yes, I am terrified of heights. Not at all, exploring new places is fun and sometimes you have to be up high to do so. I like to be up high as well. That's the next weird thing to that. I'm terrified of the height, but at the same time I love like climbing gardens and whatnot and a lot of things like in mid-air, and so I'd be terrified, but I love it at the same time. Like a weird mixture. It's like me playing horror games. Terrifying and exciting. Nope. Yes, just this picture is scaring me. What? Are you scared of heights? Yes, just this picture is scaring me. You just said, okay, this picture actually isn't scaring me. I don't care about pictures actually. Yes, when I'm actually up high somewhere, but just seeing a picture like that doesn't bother me. That's the correct one. Acrophobia comes from the Greek word of peak or edge, and is the term for when a person has an extreme or irrational fear of heights. It especially applies when the person isn't particularly high up, because it's pretty normal to be afraid of being really high up, although not everyone is. How does this picture of someone dangling their feet from a skyscraper make you feel? I don't care, dangle your feet, I don't have to be next to you while you do it though. I don't have to look at you. Although if I knew you, I'd be terrified for you, trust me. How do you feel about this creature? I don't know what that is. It looks just like pipes. What's going on there? It's nothing more than a hilarious hoax. It's not that weird. It's scary, but knowing it's fake makes it a lot better. Yeah, fake or not, it's terrifying. It's weird. I don't know what I'm looking at. It's just, it looks like pipes. Videos of this giant creature crawling the side of building have been around for a while now. The original source is highly debated, but the one thing that people of the internet agree on is that they are nothing more than a hoax. Does that make them any less terrifying? Not to some people. There are still some people who think these are incredibly scary. Are you one of them? You just show me a picture, I don't know if that's scary. It depends on how it moves. Maybe then I would be terrified. Right now I'm not. Are you scared of needles? Not at all! Not really. I just go get them and get them over with, okay? I get a little nervous before I go, but it's not so bad once I'm there. Yes, I hate needles and try to avoid them at all costs. I hate needles. Movies. Doesn't care. I hate it. Even looking at this picture, I feel so uncomfortable. Why? I don't know. It's just, I hate them. That's the one that I cannot talk around it. It's just pure and simple hate. Even when I'm there, even when I get it, I cannot look at it. When I get blood taken, I care less than with a needle. I don't know. It's weird. Going to get a shot at the doctor's office and needles in general can be really scary to some people. Some people aren't bothered by them, and other people even enjoy the sensation of needle poking into their skin in the form of a tattoo or piercing. How do you feel about needles? Do you hate getting shots? Again, I don't know, it's not even the feeling, I just hate the look of it. Are you afraid of flying? Nope, done, easy. I might be afraid of heights, but I'm not afraid of flying because I'm not the one controlling the plane. Once I'm up there, it's not in my hands anymore if I die or not. No way, it's the best way to travel. Debatable. It doesn't bother me one way or another. Yes, being up that high makes me nervous only when there's turbulences. Even then I'm not too. Doesn't bother me. Again, I don't care. Once I'm up there, what can I do to save my own skin anymore? Nothing really. Flying can be great. It's a fast way to travel long distances instead of having to drive the entire way there. Unless, of course, you're scared of flying. Then it can be dreadful and definitely not fun. It can really make heading out to any vacation a seriously stressful situation. How do you feel about flying? Don't care. Does this picture scare you? No, it doesn't scare me. What the heck is going on there? Nope. No way. It looks like a cool Halloween costume. It looks... I don't even know what's going on there. A little bit, but I'm sure it's just a costume or something. Yes, what's going on? Yeah, what's going on there? But nope, what's going on there? I don't know. It does not scare me. The picture by itself? No. If there would be a kidnapping in real life? Yes. And no, I wouldn't be scared. I would do something. But that, no? Is there something else that I'm missing there? Does not look like it. I don't care. It's not scary, sorry. Everything about this photo is seriously unnerving, isn't it? Between that little kid, the grainy texture of the picture, and the fact that the rope figure behind him has their face hidden, this picture is absolutely the source of some nightmares. Or is it? Maybe it doesn't creep you out as much as it does other people. What do you think of it? I wanna know what's going on. Please tell me. I would love to know. How does this abandoned hallway make you feel? I mean, let's imagine. I'd feel cool. That would be a cool place to be in. My first instinct would be, I would love to shoot something in here, like, not like bang, like a video for YouTube. I could totally hide in one of those doors and scare... pranking. It doesn't scare me at all. It's a little scary, but probably just because of the red lighting. The red lighting makes it perfect, actually. I hate it. It's so creepy for me. Keep me out of there. It doesn't scare me at all. I could probably scare someone in there. I actually would think to be the person in there that would be scared, but whatever. It looks cool. Like, imagine having that to your disposal for making YouTube videos. Around October, that's perfect. This hallway is just straight up creepy, right? Look at how long it is. The entire abandoned building is probably terrifying, but this creepy hallway really takes the cake. There's so many doorways in it that something or someone could be hiding in to jump out at you as you walk down it. Does this hallway scare you? Even with that, no, not really. Even if someone hides, you can be prepared. And I love it. Would you open this door? Don't know. It's a shadow monster. Sure, let the shadow monster in. No, maybe not. I don't know. Would open the door like this, then there's the other door. I can take a look at what I see there, and if I see that and nothing else, then no, why would I? If they knock, sure, it's just a door. Nope, that shadow is too scary for me. Oh boy! Yes, but only after I look out the window to see who it was. Of course I would, who wouldn't? Your self-preservation instinct is like zero, buddy. Maybe if I looked out of the window. I mean, there's that door. Also, you can talk through that door. Don't know. Do you think there's a bad vibe coming from the shadow on the other side of the door? Is it possible a ghost or something evil trying to make its way into this home? Are all those spots on the photo ghosts' orbs or just flecks of dirt? Do you think this picture is just a regular person at the door? And it's not scary at all? Those are specks of dust as far as I'm concerned. That is a normal person. I don't care. I mean, maybe I would open it, but if I can't see anything and they don't communicate with me, I would check through the window first. Would you buy the evil stick? What is the evil stick? What is that? No? I don't even know what that is. It would be a cool gag gift. If I know what it does, maybe. Yes, but just to get it off the shelf so no one else could buy it. Okay? No, I'd leave it right on the shelf without even touching it. Sure, why not? It's not that creepy. Probably a gag gift. I don't even know what it is. What is that? Allegedly, this toy was found in a few dollar stores in the Midwest a few years ago. The name of it is called an evil stick, and the packaging looks like a typical anime-themed wand for children. When you push the button, it makes a horrible noise, and the picture behind the photo shows a picture with a bad Photoshop job meant to terrify the person playing with it. Would you buy this demented prank of a toy? Again, maybe as a gag gift? I don't know. I have never heard of that. Does this creepy kid scare you? Getting kinda numb to everything that's scary. The quest is a little bit too long. Let's imagine sitting there, a little kid all of a sudden goes BOOM! Maybe, yeah. But like that, no. Nope, this Photoshop job is actually absolutely hilarious. She's cute. I don't know. She's Photoshopped. A little bit, but it's clearly not real, so it doesn't bother me that much. Yes, I know it's not real, but it's still scary. A little bit. Let's go with that. Kids can be pretty scary. That's why so many horror movies have a creepy kid as the main character. Think about it. The Ring, The Exorcist, The Shining, Pet Sematary, and countless other horror movies feature a creepy kid right at the forefront. Somehow, whoever took this picture managed to make scary kids even scarier. This picture was clearly fixed up in Photoshop, but does that make it less scary? Everything else that could have potentially a real background? Yes, that makes it a lot less scary in that case. How do you feel about this room? The end is near! Not more or less terrified than of any room that I would go into that has a lot of graffiti on it. I don't care. Like legit. It would make a good set in a haunted house. Yes! It's creepy, but it's just a picture, so it doesn't bother me. It doesn't scare me. Also that. It's scary, it's just thinking about it being in there gives me the creeps. It would make a great set for a haunted house tour. Or YouTube movies. Videos. Movies? YouTube movies. Whoever was staying in this room has some serious art skills. Unfortunately, they used those skills to paint these creepy walls instead of using them for something good. Yikes. How does this room make you feel? Do the ominous scribbles on the wall scare you? Or do you just not care? I just not care. How do you feel about this picture? She looks photoshopped in actually. I don't know. I don't care. Totally frank, do not care. It looks like a weird photo shoot. It's not scary at all. Photo shoot. This would be a hilarious way to hide and try to scare people who walk by. You would also be strung up like that, meaning that people would be able to just smack you right in the stomach, so thank you. No. It's weird, but it's not that scary. It's creepy! Looks like a weird photo shoot, I don't care. I mean, what should I do with that? This picture is pretty eerie, right? Something about this girl just standing in the dark, creepy woods like this with this terrifying mask on and her arms up is more than a little bit of weird and gives off some seriously scary vibes. Whatever the story behind this picture is, it's a pretty scary photo. Does it scare you? Nope. Sorry. Does this ghostly house scare you? Who photoshopped that in there? Whoa, hold up, that looks weird. What the heck happened with that photo? No, it doesn't scare me. There was like a hunter's hut out in the woods, close to where I live, that looks kind of like that. I was in there, it was fine. I don't mind that. Nope, that ghost is so fake, it's funny. It's hilarious actually how that picture looks. A little bit, but it's not that bad. Yes, Yanks, talk about a place I'd never visit. I already did, technically. Nope. It actually looks funny. This time I give you the funny. This house is pretty scary on its own. It looks like it's in the middle of nowhere, in the creepy woods somewhere, and it looks like it's a little bit run down. Those things alone are enough to make a house pretty terrifying looking. But to make matters worse, this house has a ghostly figure standing in the window. Nope. Does it scare you? No, again, kind of visited a place that looked like that, even in the woods. Hey, that was it, let's see the results! Results, the scariest quiz ever. We made it! Well done, you made it all the way to the end without a problem. You must be either the best or worst person to watch a scary movie with, because it seriously seems like nothing scares you. I actually told you a lot of things that scared me. I gave you a little bit of insight in my person with things that scare me. This quiz was way longer than I thought it would be. I hope it was entertaining. I hope I could make something out of that for you. Anyway, that was it was cool, I guess. Hope you all enjoyed it. Don't get scared. Bye. No jump scare. Haha, gotcha.